Thomas.
Michelle.
How are we?
I'm good, thank you. Lovely to see you and Grant
Are you
again.
scared yet?
I'm a wee bit scared.
It's that time when I've worked all week and we get to the wine.
Come on, it's a fruity Friday.
It's a fruity Friday. We've made the sunshine because we've talked about rosé, and that's what we've got 3 lovely rosés to taste this week.
Excellent.
Okay, now I'm a huge rosé fan, I have to say, which is always quite weird because I don't really love red wine.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting, isn't it? I mean, rosé wine, although it is a kind of form of red wine, it's made from the grapes that make red wines, but they just make a lighter style of it. But it has the kind of crispness and the freshness of white wine, and it doesn't have the tannins, you know, these quite bitter kind of things, which is what most people don't like about reds.
You rosé?
I do like a rosé, especially as Tom was saying in the summertime, nicely chilled, round about the early part of the evening before you have something nice to eat.
It's perfect, isn't it? And
Yeah.
they tend to be quite light in alcohol, you know, not big blockbusters, so they're just perfect for just that kind of thing. Well, you know, I'm not talking about low alcohol, but, you know, not the big 15% kind of bruisers that you get, so...
Well, what have you picked for us this
Okay,
week, Tom?
3 wines. Look at the contrasting colours here. Now, the first one, this one comes from Portugal. It's the Tagus Creek Shiraz Touriga Nacional. It's £5.99 in both Tesco and Waitrose. A blend of Portuguese and French grapes. Have a little sniff and a taste of this one. Quite a deep colour, isn't it?
Again, very important that rosé is chilled. It has to be really to get the full benefit.
Definitely. Treat it like a white wine in terms of that, in terms of serving it, Grant. And, you know, it has that lovely kind of cherry apple kind of fruit. It's quite a red wine style, this one. I mean, look at the colour of it.
Quite heavy rosé, I think.
It's a good word for it, actually, Michelle, because, you know, it's darker in colour. It looks like more like a serious red wine compared to our second wine tonight. And it is a rosé towards the red style. A bit heavier, but makes it good with food.
And what would you be eating with that? What food would you
Well,
recommend?
you know, it's robust enough that you could eat it with something like pork, you know, or chicken, a pork chop or something like that would be absolutely perfect, especially if you're cooking it in a red wine or a rosé sauce. This would just be perfect.
All right,
Okay,
okay.
then. First one.
I'm looking forward to this next one. This looks more like my kind of rosé.
She's had her eye on this all
Well, I think it
afternoon,
might,
Tom.
I think it
Is that
might
what
be...
I've been talking about all afternoon? That rosé.
Well, the time has come. I think this might be your style of wine. So this is the Chateau Coussin. It's a rosé from Provence, one of the great areas for rosé, and it's a bit more expensive. It's £13.99.
I knew I liked it.
Well, yeah, £13.99 in Oddbins. Good news is, if you're buying a mixed case from Oddbins, it'll only be £11.19, so that's a bit more affordable. But have a little go. Totally different style of wine.
Yeah, it is very light, isn't it?
It's got that, the aromas this time for me.
I love it.
It's lovely, isn't it? It's more like kind of cranberry and red currant. Those very dry,
That is nice.
very crisp.
What would you eat with this?
Well, you know, it's a lovely wine to sip on its own, but because of that dryness, I think it would be great with something like a ratatouille or a salad niçoise, you know, with olives and things in it and tomato-based kind of sauces.
Cheese?
Be lovely with cheese,
Oh.
Michelle. A glass of this and a lump.
You know I love a bit of cheese.
I'd be just up your street. Perfect. Really good, anything with olives in it, because it speaks about the Provence and the south of France and all that to me. It's beautiful stuff.
All right,
now
okay,
we've got
last
something
but not least,
special.
I like a glass of bubbly on a Friday. What
Last
have you
one,
got?
I've
A wee
got to-
fruit, yes.
Heavy
that'll be nice.
fruit.
I've got to open another bottle of sparkling wine. Grant, this is always very unpredictable. Always.
Okay,
so.
then here we go.
Well, I might have a wee try the second one again while you're doing
I
that.
think you should.
Pace yourself, lady.
OK, listen, this is, I think, a really nice wine. Wolf Blass is a big Australian company that you've probably heard of. It's a very wet bottle, unfortunately. I'll put it down. Big Australian company that you've probably heard of. Now, listen, just be patient. And ladies first. And this is quite a new wine for them. It's a sparkling rosé made from Chardonnay and Pinot Noir. So the same grapes as Champagne. It's £9.99 in the Co-op, but in fact a bit of an hour exclusive here. On the 29th of this month, they're going to be putting it on a special promotion at only £6.66.
Right.
So if you like it, and I think you will, end of this month you'll get some really good bargain on it.
Tom, I love it. It's absolutely gorgeous. Another 3 great wines. Very quickly, tell us what we're doing next week.
Delicious. I'm not here next week.
What?
I'm not here for 2 whole weeks.
Oh, they've kept that quiet for me.
Sorry, Michelle.
They've kept that very quiet for me.
Listen, I'll send some wine round for you.
You'll do more than that, Tom, if you're taking 2 weeks off, let me tell you. Tom,
Tom,
everyone,
thank you very much.
much.
Cheers, my friend.
Absolutely fine.
Thank you very